Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the English class of Bharti Boarding School. My name is Chitrita Mukherjee. I am your English teacher.
So I am starting from the stanza 7 of my childhood. Start reading after school.
After, after school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. Lakshmana Sastri summoned the teacher and in our presence told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in minds of innocent children. He bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the
Apology.
school and the what ma'am?
Apologize.
Apologize or quit the school and the island. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshmana Sastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher.
Okay, so what happened? Both children went to home and told their parents about the incident, and Ramadhana's father means about what we were discussing last year, that a teacher should not teach a student these discriminations, right? So both
Yes,
of
ma'am.
these children was hurt by the behavior of the teacher. So both of them went home and told their parents about this incident. And Ramadhan's father, Lakshmana Sastri, called the new teacher and scolded him. He told him not to kill the children's friendship by putting the discrimination, the education of discrimination, okay, of caste and religious into their innocent minds. Lakshmana Sastri was very clear in himself. He told the teacher, either you ask sorry for the wrong you have done with the students, or else leave the school and Rameshwaram town also. The teacher asked sorry for the mistake he had done, and due to Lakshmana Shastri's determination, his thought about religion and caste also changed. That means he also changed by mind. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
by mentality. Okay, start from stanza 8.
Small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of the segregation of different social groups. However, my science teacher Sivasu Brahmania Iyer, though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative vibe, was something of a rebel. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. He used to spend hours with me and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are one per with the highly educated people of the big cities.
Okay, so what happened? On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was
Ma'am, your
very.
voice is very slow.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on the whole, what happened? The small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. So they always uh, obey those rules of that time. Means they were very orthodox. However, my science teacher,
Yes, ma'am.
Siva Subramania, liar, though an orthodox Brahmin, she was also a science teacher who was also a orthodox Brahmin, and he had a conservative wife, was something of a rebel. He did his best to break, in spite of being a orthodox Brahmin, he didn't believe in those discrimination. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. So he tried many things to mingle people of every religious community, every social group. Okay, he did his best to break the social barriers. He used to spend hours with me and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par with the highly educated people of the big cities. So this man was very influensive, and he influenced Abdul Kalam a lot, and he also found something in Abdul Kalam. So he said that he want to make him uh, highly educated, one of those people who were highly educated of this city. Okay, he wanted to make Abdul Kalam like that. Okay, next one. One day.
One day, he invited me to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in a ritually pure kitchen. She refused to serve me in her kitchen. Sivasu Brahmanya Iyer was not perturbed, nor did he get angry with his wife, but instead served me with his own hands and sat down beside me to eat this meal. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen door. I wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way I ate rice, drank water, or cleaned the floor after the meal. When I was leaving his house, Sivasu Brahmanya Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again the next weekend. Observing my hesitation, he told me not to get upset, saying, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. When I visited his house the next week, Sivasu Brahmanya Iyer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hands.
Okay, so what happened? This is a basic thing, means it is a very important saying that if you want to change something, you have to face it. Okay. The last time we were talking many things about discrimination. So you want to stop it, so you have to start it from your own home. Okay. If your parents are saying that you shouldn't go with this, I am not saying, I am just giving an example. Okay. If your parents
Yes,
are
ma'am.
saying some things, so you have to say no, parents, now you have to change your mind. Okay. We can't just discriminate in case of community, or in case of social background. In basis of that, we can't discriminate among people, and so we can't look down upon on some people, or also can't hate anyone. Okay. So this is the thing you have to face. Even you have to face many problems in your society where orthodoxy is a primary problem. The orthodoxy is a primary problem of our Indian society. So you have to
Yes,
face
ma'am.
many problems, and you have to face it with courage, and you can change it. So you can understand that how embarrassing the feeling was for APJ Abdul Kalam when he went there to eat, and his wife refused to serve this child, means APJ Abdul Kalam. So it was very embarrassing feelings for him. But his teacher served his food by his own hand. But it was not a good experience for Abdul Kalam. So he went home, and then his teacher said him that come next day. He also invited him next week. And it was very means he was thinking that what to say, I don't want to come here. But teacher, understanding this, said that you have to confront this, you have to confront these things. If you confront these things, face these things, then you can change these things. Means you can, if you want to break the boundary, first you have to have the courage of facing it. Okay. This was the thing he said. Okay. So what said, uh, okay, when APJ Abdul Kalam was about to leave the teacher's house, he invited him for dinner once again. And when Siva Subramania Liar saw that APJ Abdul Kalam was uh, hesitating, means he is not feeling well with this invitation, then he asked him not to be upset. He added that if he had decided to change the system to go against the norms of the society, he had to be strong and brave enough to confront these problems. Okay. And the next day when he visited the teacher's house for dinner, then what happened? His wife made him sit in the kitchen and served him food with her own hands. This is the change that happened. So, as he had the courage to confront these things, automatically the mentality of that teacher's wife changed, and she is also she also breaks the boundaries. Orthodoxy breaks the orthodoxy, and she also started serving that child, means APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next.
Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. The whole country was filled with an unprecedented optimism, I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramananthapuram.
So what happened when the Second World War got over in the year 1945? India was about to get freedom, which happened in year 1947. So what happened? Known as the father of nations, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was a crucial part of India's freedom struggle. He said that Indians would build their own India. The entire country was filled with hope and happiness. It was a pleasant time for everyone. Everyone was experiencing such a feeling which they had never felt before. Everyone was hoping that now they would get their freedom. So APJ Abdul Kalam then asked his father to leave his home. He maybe he's wanting to go for further study. Okay, so he asked permission from his father to leave his home. What happened next?
He told me as if thinking aloud, Abul, I know you have to go away to grow. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? He quoted Khalil Gibran to my hesitant mother. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself. They come through you but not from you. You may give them your love but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts.
Okay, so what happened? He asked his father for leaving his home. Maybe he is going to do further studies. So his mother was upset, quite upset, that obviously no parents actually want to leave his son or daughter. So it is the same case with his mother also. So what happened when APJ's mother came to know that he was about to leave home and wanted to go to Ramanthapuram for higher studies? She got upset. So his father tried to calm her down and told her a few lines from a famous poem titled Your Children, written by Khalil Gibran. Okay. He said that your children are not your children. So the meaning of the poem's line was, your children are not your children, they are the children of life. They are actually children of life. They are actually independent beings. Don't think that you can rule your children. You can't rule your children because they obviously you gave birth of them, but not from you they came. Don't think that you can rule your children. They are a result of life's desire for itself. They have their own thoughts. They must have their own thoughts. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts. Means we must give our children, means every children must have his own freedom. His because every children has its own thought, own choice, and parents must allow them to live with that. Means live with that wish, live with that life, and nobody should hold them. Okay, parents should not hold them. It was the meaning of the whole lines of that poem. Okay, you got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.